Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.
7 Mile Radio.
What up, though? What up, though? It's Soul Ties Talk. And this week, we'll be talking about masculine energy versus feminine energy, achieving the balance. This week, we got a full panel, and we got some great guests here. My homeboy here, Curry, you know, he got a book out, Alpha Diaries. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But I'm going to let everybody, we're going to go around the table and let everybody introduce themselves. Baby,
Y'all know me. I'm Shawnee.
she back.
What's up, you guys? My name is comedian Judge Miles, and you already know that when the judge is in, the verdict is out.
All right, all right.
Hey, everybody. I'm Mrs. Mac. MACCC. Don't forget the C's.
What's up, podcast world? My name is Kari Beckham, known as K Cutter.
All right, y'all. So we got everybody got their intros in, so we gonna get off into this masculine energy versus feminine energy, and it's a lot of different ways we can attack it. But I'm gonna think my baby got some key points, you know, to get us going in the discussion, and then after that, you know, we just like we say, we gonna freestyle. Go ahead.
Okay, before we get into the topic, we have to first explain what masculine and feminine energy is.
Feminine.
Feminine.
He said like feminine.
Feminine.
He said feminine.
Basically, it's just a powerful force of nature, and everybody has both of them. And basically, if you balance it out, you could have a successful life. You could really be successful. So a lot of people are walking around with unbalanced energy.
Yeah, too much of one or the other. So, and some people are in some situations due to receiving or, you know, not receiving certain energies.
Okay, so let's talk about what is associated with masculine energy. Strength, assertiveness, independence, and the action of getting things done. So that's masculine energy right there.
Well, I also say, I have to say that, you know, as far as being assertive, and it's some stuff that was missing in there. You know
Like
what?
what?
I'm saying?
Come
You know what I'm
on.
saying? I mean, I know you feel like there was some stuff missing in there.
I mean, those are just the key points.
You know, I'm
The
just.
energy to get shit done. What was the last one that you said?
The energy and the action to get things done. That's masculine energy.
Okay.
One of the main ones is being self-reliant. It's one of the main ones. A lot of men rely on other people to get shit done.
Yeah, and that
That's
was
feminine energy.
no, and that was
But that's what we saying.
yeah, that was part of. Like I was saying, like we talk about different situations because that a real man is going to get shit done. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of guys who depend on women and feed off women. You know, depend on them for a lot of stuff. And you have to understand that they doing that due to, you know, they might have had their mom always doing this, always doing that, and they aunts, you know, whoever. And now when they go out.
Before you get into that.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
Let's get into the feminine energy
Okay.
traits.
Yeah, go ahead.
Emotion, compassion, intuition, creativity, and the energy of just allowing. Those are feminine traits.
You missed one more.
Go ahead, add it on.
Nurturing.
Nurturing.
That's the one that's really important when it comes to that feminine energy. Yeah, like they said, the yin and the yang.
Like we say, everybody have both. So, how do you know if your energies are? What are some examples of unbalanced masculine and feminine energy?
That's what he gave perfect example. That's what we was just getting into it. Like guys taking advantage of women. They've been baby coddled, and they didn't have that masculine energy to have that balance to understand what it takes to be a man. Where you have to, like he said, be self-reliant, be able to sustain yourself. Then be able to lead. You can't do that if you're not able to, get yourself together.
But for a man to do that, he has to pair with a woman who's more in her masculine energy. Because a woman in her feminine energy and a man in his feminine energy, that's not going to work out. You know what I'm saying? They both
I
just going to be at
disagree.
home.
Oh yeah, I do. I was gonna say.
gonna be
go,
at home.
go ahead, Portia. Let's tap in on that.
I disagree because you seeing a living proof of that right now. Like my fiance is an alpha man,
Right.
and I'm an alpha woman. And when it comes to him and I, we cohabitate and we do it very well because he's what I prayed for. I always have wanted. I'm masculine, or I have masculine traits, or I'm more alpha. Not because I want to all the time, but because prior to him, I didn't have what I was looking for so that I could be feminine. So now that, in the world, I'm masculine. I'm a beast. I'm, hear me roar. When I get home, it's like, what do you need? What?
They both
How-
give each other
yeah, how
the
can I-
space to operate
Yeah,
in their
well-
true masculine and femininity
Exactly.
as far as
Exactly.
what they naturally are.
Yeah, and we respect one another, and we understand that, this is a respect thing. Like, I submit to him because he's worthy of being submitted to. He has proved time and time again he's a good leader, right? And so I can be like, whatever you say.
Yeah. But
You know
he's
what I
not
mean?
in
And
his
he humbles himself,
feminine.
i.e., respects you
Yes,
enough
absolutely.
to know when it's your position
Absolutely.
to lead.
Whereas,
Exactly.
and like exactly what he just said, he's not in all areas. Sometimes he may need my assistance, or he may
Yeah.
know it's something that I'm able to
That's
really
why-
blossom in, and that's where he say, "Hey, baby, you do this." But you seeing it right now, two alphas cohabitate in respect and in love.
Well,
So
when
we
you
were
said
saying-
femininity- when you said, I not
we
to
were
cut you
talking
off real
about-
quick. When you said earlier the feminine energy is to operate in a place where you get things done. That's why a question mark popped over my head. 'Cause
No,
it's like that's
that's,
not necessarily,
not-
that suggests
that's
that
masculine.
women don't get things done or don't have the
No, we have
energy
balance.
to.
It's some
'cause
women
you said everybody
that
got
have
both.
more. Yeah, it's some women that's more in their feminine. They feel like they don't want to work. They don't want to do nothing. They want to sit at home and just clean.
And they need to
cook,
find a man
and,
that
yeah.
fits.
But what I was saying was that a man in his feminine energy, in his masculine is imbalance, and a woman in her masculine is kind of like,
Imbalance.
yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
the part
I
we ain't
wasn't
here.
saying
So
that.
you saying two motherfuckers that's not balanced coming
That's-
together?
yeah.
Yeah, it ain't
Yeah.
gonna work.
So what I was
That
saying-
ain't gonna never work.
A man that's in his feminine energy, is gonna need a woman that's in her masculine, or
That's like
the
saying,
relationship's
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
work.
see Lil Uzi Vert dating Sukihana, right?
No.
This dude is hyper feminine dude, right? And this over masculine chick. You ain't gonna see them two types together.
Yeah.
But I disagree. The reason why I disagree, if a person is truly operating, like if a man truly operating in masculinity and a woman truly operating in femininity, it forces the other person to pull it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
That's kinda what she was talking about.
right, just like Portia said, she said she alpha, but me being masculine, it forces her to be feminine. So
Yeah.
if two people get together, the man is feminine and a woman's feminine, what end up happening is that man be like, shit, I need to get myself together.
Yeah.
Because if she truly feminine, it gonna push him to want to
And
be
that's,
masculine.
and that's truly the
masculine.
person.
Yeah.
For,
Right.
That's truly the
Yeah.
person for him. Because
Right,
he ain't gonna
right,
make that change
right,
for just anybody.
right,
Yeah.
right.
And as he gradually evolved to be more masculine, she
And the
get
same
more
for
to
her. She's
Yeah.
not gonna make that change
Right.
for just
Right.
anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
It's exactly what Portia just said. Just her knowing that, okay, now it's time for me to step back. Now it's time for me to step back. Now it's time for me to say, okay, you
Whose
go
phone is
ahead.
that?
Somebody have to turn their phone down.
Okay.
It's sort of like Portia is an example of what I feel like with both of y'all relationships is something that I feel like a lot of people should be able to understand, or some people that should be able to respect, because when it comes down to it, you just being able to have somebody that's going to be able to check you respectfully, that's really what it's really all about.
It is.
Right.
Just having somebody to say, all right, look, I know your emotional side is starting to kick in a little bit. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Because there's no need to cry over this situation. We'll be crying over spilled milk for.
Right.
But
And like she
But
said,
everybody doesn't have emotional intelligence.
they don't.
right.
do that.
That's
They don't.
That's important too.
Yeah, it's important to deal with somebody that actually.
And like she said, with the respect part,
That's all
and
it is.
also you said the respect. You just said as far as communicating that, but it also had to be that other person taking that accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And in the end, that balance, it'll balance out. So
And which when dealing with accountability, it requires patience.
a lot of
You
patience.
gotta have patience.
You gotta have patience. And
I think that's one of the most important parts that it's important for a man to understand and a woman to understand when they enter into a relationship. That when a woman has been so masculine, aka masculine, but she's been forced to be a beast to be reckoned with because she has had to go through so many things, because there has been trial or tribulation, because she may have a strong mother, a strong upbringing. She's always had to fight for everything, right? A man who's coming into her life and he believe in her, and he believed that regardless of all of that, you underneath that, I know you a Jew, right? You got to have patience with her because she's so used to being rah.
Yeah.
So
But
that's the
when
difference
he
between a
shows
man that
something different.
understands the person that he with versus not, and seeing that and
Yeah.
recognize that there's something different. Oh, you too much. I can't handle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what gives some women the impression that, oh well, this type of woman intimidates. a
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Right, but that's just not the dude for you. You know what I mean? It's
Exactly.
something you're trying to fit a square
Exactly.
peg in a circle hole.
No, now you speaking. Because it's so sexy to see a man be like, that all that you doing, I see through that. Like, I got you. Like,
You ain't that
you ain't
hard.
gonna, yeah, you
ain't
hard.
that hard.
I
I
get it, you
understand
hard,
exactly
but
why and
you ain't
how
gonna be
you got like that.
Yeah.
See, now that's what I like.
And I know what you need to
Yeah, and
See,
I'm
I
about to
see why.
change it all up.
Yeah.
show
We
you
gonna
something
we
different.
Yeah, you be around this one like, hi, how's everyone doing? You're
You
okay.
hear that, baby? You hear that, baby?
You so used to be a gangster, now you like, huh?
How can I help you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, but that's what it's about. And like we were saying, there's different situations. We talked about the male who might have been coddled by the mom, but then you also have situations to where you had the dad who always told his daughter, you don't never have to ask for nothing. You don't need no dude or this and that. And it's okay to teach your learn or whatever to be independent and grow up and if to do the things, learn the things, take care of yourself. But I feel like even doing that as a male, is you also teach your daughter how to be submissive in a like in a respectful way. You know what I'm saying? Tell her this is how you should do this and do that. Because we feel this will make us feel, what I'm saying, so they can understand, because that's what it is about, having understanding and the patience. Because if you don't understand or even trying to understand, then it ain't gonna work out.
And the person has to be willing to do the work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
key right
And
there.
self-aware.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Right there.
As far as what you were talking about, Ray, like from my observation, from things that I've experienced women saying and telling me and just general public, like men. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, fellas. Like we are raised taught how to treat a woman. We need to do this for women, open doors, and we taught how to treat women. But based off what I hear from women, they are raised on how to protect themselves from men. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them do this. You know what I'm saying? Almost like and it's creating a narrative of us being like all of us being
Predators.
monsters. Predatory, subliminally. You know what I'm saying? In between the lines. You know what I mean? And now with some men not being raised right, and now you raised with the narrative of what we need to do, how we need to treat women now. Some of these dudes come off thirsty and overbearing when it's like, okay, you doing too much. You ain't not enough and too much at the same time, right, ladies? It's like you like
I get what you're
a dude that's calling you, texting too much. Like in his mind, he felt like, oh, this is what a woman want. I'm paying attention to her. But y'all like, nigga, would you stop blowing my phone? I'm not showing you attention like that. Obviously, you need to get a sign.
Yeah, that's a man without a purpose, though, man. If a man was on his purpose, that's more sexy to a woman.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Because
that's why I said
talks about.
overbearing.
Yeah,
the dude
right,
is doing
right,
too
right,
much
right,
and not
right.
enough at the same
Yeah,
time.
why
You know
would-
what I mean? Like you ain't enough to the woman to be doing all of that right now. You know what I mean?
and then to go back to another conversation, the problem. Like,
Hold on, we gotta give your books a shout out. Y'all gotta talk. Y'all gotta get a copy
We
of
have
this.
to answer the question.
The Alpha Diaries. Y'all gonna get a lot of answers in this too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, that's exactly
so
what.
it's about being an alpha male, and it's a good read, and it's about my man right here. He wrote it, and I got my copy. So y'all better get y'all.
Where can they get it from? You keep telling them they need to get it.
Amazon, or you can go on Barnes and Noble. There, it's in both.
It's an official
Yes,
book. Okay.
it's an
Yep.
official book.
It's
Say
official.
Google the book.
Self-published.
Just Google the book.
Google it.
Google
It'll
it.
pop up. It is for our community. It is going to do wonders. And I think that that's what the author was going to tell you guys.
now I want to talk about somebody. He said that we teach
Yeah, go
our
ahead.
daughters
Yeah.
to be strong, independent. I think the problem is a lot of time is it's the women that's teaching them because daddy is not home.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the mindset that our daughters grow up with is coming from a strong mother that been done wrong by themselves.
Got a lot
So
of-
they
yeah.
so they passing on that type of mindset to their daughters. Like with my daughters, I teach them how to be with a man. I just don't teach them how to be independent, but this is what I tell them. This is what a man expects out of a high quality woman, not no low quality one. This is what a man expects. All right.
But
If
see,
you
it takes a certain caliber of man to be
Right.
able to teach a woman that, right? We got a lot of little girls who have the daughter, who have the dads in their lives per se, right?
that's a
But
big
like,
difference, like you said. That's the
Yeah,
difference.
and I would say I'm definitely not to cut you off, but I'm definitely one of those. Me and my dad best friends, real close, real cool. I love my dad to death. But the reason why I treat men the way that they do is because I seen how he treated women. If you have now my father, I love my dad. Like I said, I love my dad. We close, but he has 3 different baby mamas.
see,
We got 3 or 4 different families. And with me being a young girl watching that, now I'm thinking every dude that's gonna come in my life is gonna be follow them
it
similar
can be an
patterns.
example of what not to be, right? I said they just because the kids have the dad in their life, right?
Exactly.
Sometimes that what they're implementing into their life could be an example of what not to be. And at a child, being at the age where they still developing and their brain don't know really right from wrong, and they influences their parents, they gonna emulate that. You know what I mean? So
That's why you got to be careful about who you impregnate. You can't.
Hello?
You can't be impregnated everybody.
He's not.
Yeah, and about who
For
you
them.
be with, period, and creating them soul ties.
Yeah.
So we want to go back to the, because that was a good question with raising kids, right? So we got the mother supposed to provide the feminine energy, and we have the father who's supposed to show the masculine, and that's why we're supposed to have a blend of both.
Absolutely.
So what happens when we have the mother who's raising the sons, or the mother who did get traumatized and she's raising her daughters to put up this masculine wall to the, so she won't be sexually, preyed on upon. So who, like, do you teach your daughter to be feminine, or do you teach her to be?
Yes, that's a good
it's hard
question.
when you have a parent that already has a bias and imbalanced,
Mindset, yeah.
a bias and imbalanced, mindset. I want to say damn near it's impossible. You know what I mean? That's why we have so many damaged people, grown ass people out here. That's not.
So what are the women teaching their girls? Are they teaching them to be masculine?
Yeah, they
So
is.
They're teaching them inadvertently. I mean, by their
yeah,
actions.
Inadvertently,
How can
yeah.
a woman teach?
They not
them?
intentionally doing it.
Yeah,
But they're causing them to live
They have
more in their
masculine
masculine
patterns.
energy than their feminine energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they feeling like, I don't need a guy, or I got to do all this, and then like she say, when you get with a guy, it's the way she talking to him now. You know what I'm saying?
Not only talking to him. Imagine how a woman who's been damaged in that way talks about women. I mean, talks about men
men.
to her friends
Around her children.
Especially around the
Absolutely.
See what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Especially around the daughters.
Around her daughters, and then
Right.
sometimes intentionally around their daughters, right? Because to them, that's a way of showing them
Subliminal.
mama doing it by herself,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, so how is this? So you say that we're not teaching our daughters. Well, I don't have any daughters, but you saying women these days aren't teaching their daughters how to be feminine and stuff like that,
Not
right?
correctly in some situations.
So what is the issue with raising little boys, with women raising little boys? How are the little boys becoming feminine?
They become
know
They
wild.
they
You know why?
going different.
Because
They
again, they're
they
patterning
shoot.
themselves after the woman.
Yeah. But so how are the little
Yeah.
boys
Women can teach a man
Okay.
how to be. A woman can raise a man and teach him how to be a gentleman, but a woman cannot teach a boy how to be a man.
At
That's
all.
a difference.
At all.
At all.
No,
It's a
not
complete
at all.
difference.
At all.
That's
So when y'all say, yeah, you can teach,
And
you
they
can teach him how
coddling
you.
these men. They hard, especially
Man.
black mothers. I
And then,
can't
yes.
speak for nobody else, but
And then a lot
that's
of 'em-
hard on black
But
daughters.
you
A
gotta-
lot of
you
them,
gotta-
a lot of them
But
are
they're
raising their sons to
soft
be
on
an
their
example
sons.
of a man that they never had.
That they never
had.
want,
Yeah.
that nobody
Never had.
wants, no,
Oh,
that
and
nobody
on
wants,
top of that, on top of
because
that.
they don't know anything. They have no responsibility. These mothers are coddling these men.
But
They don't want to put them out there. Go ahead.
But you gotta understand when it comes to a mother and her son, they go deep, man. You got black men out here being killed, and
That's what they
slavery,
say,
all that
too.
stuff being passed on. So she raised her son a little different than she raised her daughter, because the truth is, daughters don't have to face what men gonna have to face in this world.
Yeah, not
So
really.
she comes with more nurture, more protection. And that's the way it is how they raise them.
But I think it's doing more harm.
That's why daddy need to be in home.
Absolutely.
You know what?
Absolutely.
I said it just this simple on another podcast, right? Well, when we talk about all of the problems that plague our community and our households in the black community, right? And the central nucleus of them all being revolved around the
Slavery.
absence of the black father in the household, right? Then why simply wouldn't solution be the presence of the black father in the
Yeah.
family, in the
'Cause
household?
if-
Why is it not that simple?
Because more men are not preaching that, people are not reading. Listen, knowledge is fundamental and it's right here, but we have to take the time out of being on our social media, being chasing women, killing each other to actually get that. It's hard. People don't want to do right. People feel better doing what they doing.
Some men want to do right. That's
Not
real.
all.
Yeah.
I know. Hold on.
I believe in it.
Some men want to do right,
Yeah.
but a lot of these issues is the women. They
Now, what I was
still
gonna say,
mad. They still mad.
one of
What
my
do you mean?
extensions of
Explain
that.
that a
Listen,
little
when I said the
Traumatized,
answer,
we'll say that.
Explain that a little
Yeah.
part of the reason why the black man isn't in the family is because there's a lot of women who are empowered by the man not being in the family, and they fly that
Right. It
flag
was set up.
proudly.
It was set up. It was
Right,
set up.
if we
and,
want-
and,
yeah.
and that's part of where that narrative I don't need to make because the government came in and swooped in and said, okay,
There you go.
Let me
if you
just
don't
say
have a
this,
man,
and I
you-
hate to tell you this. No woman wants to do it alone. They may say that, they may be loud, they may
That's
be
why I say,
boastful,
being an
but the
independent woman ain't a
reality
flex.
of it is, it's not a flex at all. And anybody who is flexing that
No.
and is acting as if they don't need a man for anything, we need each other. We're supposed to
Yeah.
be
That's
helping
listen.
one another.
Listen, women knows that, but their actions speak
Yeah.
louder than their words.
So right, so now like with us, right, being in the dating scene for those of us that are, or those of us that's not, y'all understand this still. It's like, men, anything that we do for a woman, we want to be appreciated, right? Like, and we don't want necessarily something back. We're not doing it for a receipt, but
Just
at the same time,
gratitude,
we wanna,
that's
you know what I'm
it.
saying, even just an acknowledgement of doing it, right? But if you give me the energy that anything that I do will not be acknowledged or appreciated because you can do it yourself, then why am I even putting forth the effort?
If I have never
So you doing it to
seen,
get accolades?
Did you hear what I just said? See,
Mm-hmm.
before I even said it,
I
I said, I
understand.
answered
I
your
caught the
question.
end part.
but as
I was
You
trying to
heard,
read the
no,
comments.
you heard what you wanted to hear.
yeah.
That's what you said.
I'm trying to read comments.
as a
Come on,
woman,
Mark.
I can say, I can be vulnerable enough to say I have never seen how I'm supposed to treat you. I have no idea.
Wow.
I don't know what I'm
That's
supposed to
good
do.
right there.
I don't know how I'm supposed to treat you. I don't know how I'm supposed to talk to you because in my household, all of us is hustlers. We all get into the bag. We all making sure stuff is straight. There is no
Time for love.
there is no baby. Can you
Survival
please?
mode.
So
Baby,
that sounds
can
like
you
a
please?
a
It's
feminine
not
woman
none
who
of
has
that.
succumbed to a masculine environment.
I had
But
to.
all at the same
That's what I was
time,
explaining
Survival.
in the beginning.
all at the same
what
time, she just ain't met the right one.
Exactly.
Because
I
if you
haven't.
truly feminine, when the real masculine man comes into your life, you gonna be like, shit, no.
Wow.
Yeah,
You don't know.
And at that moment, then I'm gonna make that switch. But as
Yeah.
of right now, what's
You
up?
ain't- yeah.
It's what's up.
And it's
What's up?
understandable.
And you know
What
what?
up,
That's
dog?
probably the narrative of a lot of our sisters. In
Because
our
you
area.
got to see him walking in his purpose. That's a man
right.
walking
And
in
some
his
of it-
purpose.
Purpose.
If you just don't see, if you just see a guy, it could be a guy got money or whatever, but
That don't mean
he
he got
don't have
purpose.
nothing going on, no
Yeah.
dreams, ain't nothing. You
Go
know.
get up and go.
And then
Right.
we gotta look at generations. I'm like y'all ahead of me. Where I'm at right now, what do I see? I see this guy. He got like 10 different baby mamas and all these different kids. Why would I even place myself in that situation, knowing
Right.
that my
Don't
kid
do
not
it.
gonna get the love that she deserves?
Right.
You can't tell me if I'm a man and I have 4 or 5 different other baby mamas that all of my kids are receiving the same love.
They can.
They can.
They can.
But how much work
But
is
the
that?
women won't allow the men to do it. That's
Because of the
reality.
anger
Right,
and
right.
That's
They
true.
mad.
because of the anger.
That's true.
Because I've been through that. I've been through that. I had
going through
my
right
kids
now.
were staying with me, and I was paying child support. You know what
now
I'm
that's
saying?
wild.
Because they going to get the state assistance, and when they do that, you know what I'm
Bridge
saying?
card.
Then I gotta pay child support,
Yeah.
and then when I gotta go down here and do all this to prove that they stand with me.
Yeah.
It took years for that to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, the kids is here, and I was in the court like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, why are we even discussing this? The kids stay here. They don't stay.
Y'all know I didn't know that. This is my first year. I found out that if a woman with kids signs up for a bridge card, you automatically have to put the daddy on child support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
And
I've
if
been
you
found
even
that out.
say that you if you don't even want to,
Not
do the
necessarily-
child support, they'll do their own investigation and find them for you.
Oh, so you don't even got to put his name down.
Nope, you
They
can say
gonna
you don't
find
know who it is. They gonna find
They
them.
gonna find him.
Or it cut you off, like since you ain't telling, you
Yeah.
ain't getting.
There might be
So
some
the system-
special
Right, right,
circumstances,
that's
though.
different.
It's
Yeah.
not always, but there might be some special circumstances where they can.
But the
I ain't know
system
that
is
around.
set up for that.
Man, but shit, you can be taking care of your kids, and women still will put you on child support.
Yeah, that's dirty.
Because they go
That's
and get the
wild.
help. And
No, it's because they have that
Man, they ain't-
vindictive.
Yeah, a lot of
that
I would have to agree with the men. A lot of women I've
It's
noticed
vindictive.
since I've been growing and learned that a lot of women are very vindictive. You know, they upset because the relationship didn't work out for whatever reason, and it has shattered their heart and their dreams, and so they make the kid the pawn. And that
That's
is
what they
that
do.
is not beneficial for the child, and it's not going to end up well for the child or the parent that's doing it. It's not a good look
Because
at
then
all.
that child gonna ask you, so Ma, what's the real story? What really
And
happened?
it's just
with
not
Daddy?
fair. It's not fair. You
Yeah.
know,
It's
no child should have to choose between a parent. They should be able to love both parents equally, and they should not be put in the middle of any of that drama. That's not appropriate for a child. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But have seen mothers and fathers, but mostly mothers use their child specifically to try to hurt the father, and that is a no bueno.
Yeah, they not even been through that. That's
Yeah, it's
What
terrible.
you say? You know, firsthand, right?
Yeah,
First
I'm
hand.
talking about- I mean,
Well,
that
I
is
want to tell
awful,
y'all
bro.
about what I'm going through right
Oh,
now. But I'm about to go
man.
to court. Man, I'll just say like this, right? Now, I'm a journalist, right? And I'm famous for what, Ray?
With your news.
Recording every goddamn thing.
Yeah,
Right?
your news.
So I would just say it like this. I had a false police report filed on me
What?
with all kind of lies, and the whole situation was recorded. So, yeah.
Very
it's about to be-
unfortunate.
yeah, for the kid.
And
right?
then who misses out? The child misses out on their father, and every child need their
Oh, no, he
father.
ain't about to miss out. He
That's
about to
that's
fuck around,
such
miss
a
out on
sad
her.
That's awful.
story. Yeah.
I'm talking about, and it's bad. I mean, because there's been situations to just where you call and be like, I'm about to pick up the kids. Well, you were supposed to be here at 7. It's 7:15. It's 7:30. It's too late now. You know, I done been through those type of situations. Like, dang, what you mean? And I drove from Utica to here to come get the kids. What you mean? Like, it's too late now. They going to bed. I'm like, so in 15 minutes they sleep. You know, and it was, but you know it's intentional. And then you have to watch yourself because certain men get into a funk and start like, I'm tired of going through this,
Going
and
out of
then
character stuff.
they just start backing off.
right.
You know, it
And
was,
from the child too.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I'm
unfortunate.
saying. They
Like I said,
start
the child
backing off.
lose either way.
yeah. So you
And who
gotta watch
holds those
that.
women accountable?
That's what this book talk about. Alpha Diaries talk about holding both parties accountable, and men, we can blame the women, but men, you have to watch who you impregnate, like he said.
You do.
Y'all, it be all fun and games when she a certain look, a color, and big ass, and you can see the red flags. They are oozing out of her.
She on the block going crazy. Right. On the block.
Yeah, all you can think of is I want to hit that, and now look what has happened. So be a little bit more responsible, fellas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to be that way.
Yeah, that's true. Because I feel like, honestly, and I know this is not a popular opinion, but everybody should not have kids. In my personal opinion, I don't think that everybody should have, because it's a luck for me having my daughter. It's a luxury to me. I love her. Oh, I love being a mom. I love my daughter.
Yeah.
But then again, I know some women that can say, I really only had the baby because I thought I was gonna trap him.
Oh wow.
Everybody don't have a mental.
Listen, I'm about to say, I
that's
agree. I agree with her.
The
Listen,
mental.
I'm an advocate for the scriptures, and the scriptures say we is put down here, you know, be fruitful and multiply. So I think everybody should enjoy kids. The problem is, go back to what she said, is the mentality.
Yeah.
They wanted to have kids, and they would have did right by having kids, but then they get to the place where like, oh, now I'm about to use this kid against him,
Yeah.
to get back at him.
And that's when
And
you're
so that's
wrong.
when there's a swap in the mentality.
Yeah.
It boils down to the imbalance.
And I'm sorry, but that never goes right for the woman. I've never seen it go right. Unless he's been like a celebrity with all this money, perhaps. But you still end up losing because what you thought was going to happen didn't happen.
Man.
And now you're stuck. And I hate to say the word stuck because kids are a blessing. But ultimately, you're stuck with a responsibility that's supposed to take two. But because you was trying to you had your own ulterior motive, this is what happened.
So
And then
example.
you have, like you said, the now they resentful towards the kids. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because you really didn't want the kid, and now that kid is a reminder of this guy.
Of your bad
You know what I'm
decisions.
saying? And it's like you never can really.
So now
connect
that
with the-
son is gonna grow up to treat women a certain way because it's a whole cycle. It's like a whole cycle. And I mean I don't really know how to fix it. I'm gonna definitely go ahead and copy
Yeah,
the book.
get this book.
get
This
that
book.
book.
Hey, this book gonna show you how to fix it, man.
Yeah.
Get in this
And
book.
God.
Everything start with yourself too.
Start with
Yeah, that's what
bring
you
God
start with.
into
Yeah,
it.
that's the first thing.
For
Everybody,
real.
you gotta have a relationship
with God.
Yeah.
with God.
That's how you gonna
God.
fix it.
Because that's gonna help you make your best decisions.
right.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
When you trying to make them on your own understanding, that's where everything goes
Lean
wrong.
not to your own understanding.
There you go.
I say that
There
down
you go.
Isaiah. So I was telling them you have to have that connection with God to make the conscious, good conscious decisions.
And self-aware.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is like you saying, to have a mental, a lot of mental health. People got a lot of mental things
Issues.
going on, issues. And my wife always say, nobody really addresses them or go seek help or get treated for them. So you got a lot of people running around here with mental issues just everywhere.
They got demons, man.
Yeah.
We want to say mental issues,
Yeah.
but these ones got demons.
Everywhere, and they everywhere, and people walking around not knowing what's wrong with themselves. So they don't even understand what's going on with themselves. And like you say, self-medicating. They out here violent. You got all these people getting shot for
No reason.
You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be your attitude shouldn't be that touchy. You know what I'm saying? So
Self-awareness is what's going to help you get that balance. You know what I'm saying? Know your weaknesses, know your strengths. Figure that out, and then you could be more self-aware, which means you're gonna attract the right partner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? If you're not self-aware, you're gonna keep attracting bullshit because you're not gonna be able to see it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't take time to themselves after they get out of a relationship. So many people just get in a relationship, and they never have time to have that self-awareness and go through that self-improvement. So when you get in relationship after relationship after relationship, the more you become damaged, and the more you lower your value.
and you dragging the garbage and stick from each from this relationship to this one. You taking this one to that one.
Right.
And then in between those relationships, a lot of people are not honest enough with themselves.
Yes, that's what she was
And,
saying.
self-awareness.
and holding themselves
Of how your
accountable for what they
Be
did and
accountable for
what
your
they are.
weaknesses. And you won't look for, your weaknesses. You won't look for that in somebody else. Like, well, I know I can't do
You
this.
allow yourself to be put in the same situation by yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
If you are honest
Absolutely.
about where you fucked up at and what you are and who you are.
Yeah.
But
Instead of
one of the
pointing
big
the blame like, well, it's all of them. Everybody else, no.
It's not always the other person all the time.
Self-work.
everybody play a part in the breakdown.
Yeah,
Everybody plays some type of part in the breakdown of a
Absolutely.
relationship.
Yeah.
Now, it may not be 100% you, but everybody play a part in the breakdown of the relationship.
And you
But
gotta
if everybody
be
work on
strong.
self,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everything will fall in line.
Yeah. And then
But
if you identify the things like say if it's 80% them and it's 20% you, if you figure out what that 20% is that you need to work on, then maybe in your next relationship, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'll be an improvement.
And
You know what I'm saying?
realize this is not for me.
Right.
You figure out your, what you're willing to compromise on certain stuff.
And I really like what you said too, just being self-aware and really saying like, okay, I'm okay with being by myself. Like
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of us just gotta put the phones down, get off social media, get off Instagram. Well, not right now. You need to watch this, but
Yeah.
you need to watch this, but just be by yourself. It's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to figure out, pick up those old habits. Cause I know now that I'm not fully, but I'm taking some time to myself. I'm sitting down and I'm like, dang. Back in the day, I used to do this. Back in the day, I used to do this. I used to do this. I had so many different things that I loved so much about myself that I lost.
You lost yourself.
Lost myself. So now I'm in a place where I'm like, dang, you still got it. You still can do this. You still can do that. And opportunities are flowing like this just because I took that time to myself and because I'm okay with being by myself.
You clearing those blockages.
Yes, because it's so hard to get to the next level.
But it go
when
back
you
to
still,
But to go back to something Ray said, you gotta have the Most High. You gotta have God in your life.
Yeah.
Because I see, I'm around a lot of people. Me and Ray in a position that we're in. A lot of people scared to be lonely. A lot of people. It's in loneliness where you come to know who you really is.
Absolutely.
And that's why a lot of people is in these relationships. They're scared to be lonely. They feel like they're having a person.
It's
like
better
that
than
is
being
validation
alone.
for them
It's
to
crazy.
feel that they, worth anything. You know what I mean, that's the
And I'ma
pinnacle.
tell
That's
you
the
this.
summative life for them to
The,
have
su-
somebody.
the common denominator to all of this, though, and if y'all agree with me or not, is the male not being in this house.
Man, it go
Oh
back to
yeah,
that.
it all
Yeah.
starts at
Because
that.
That caused the
in our
imbalance.
whole community,
Absolutely.
like when everything we just talked about, I could just see like if the male in the house, how he can teach the daughter to be more submissive to her husband and understand that her worth and how to be respected as well. You know, then he can tell the son how to treat a woman, but also
He can
about how
show it
society
with the
is
mama.
going.
Yep.
You know,
That's important too. It's
Yeah,
not
to
just
see
about
the
talking,
vis-
but
yeah, the
seeing
visual.
vision.
Just
Visual.
seeing it.
You heard what she said. She explained that in her lifetime, she has not seen basically a healthy relationship. And so that has stuck with her for a while. And so that's probably coming out unconsciously through some of her actions or things that she may say
Yep.
or her feelings because she
Yep.
haven't seen the happiness. And I can just say, I was there. I told
But-
my
but
fiance that. I was there
But one
before.
thing I don't knock it, but one thing as a father, some things you'll not let your daughter see.
Yeah.
Like I don't knock
And
your
that's the
relationship.
problem.
I don't
That's
knock
the-
your
that's the-
relationship.
That's the
But-
toxic result of
But
that.
I
Yeah.
agree. I feel
On the
like
son's end too, with mothers
Right,
letting
right.
their
certain
sons see the wrong
arguments,
shit.
certain discussions,
Yeah.
I should not have been there.
I was say,
Yeah, I
but you
should
said
not
you
have
said
been there.
you said that you got a friendship with your daddy.
Yeah.
Like my kids
As
will
an
never
adult.
be my friends. As a daughter, not they'll never be my friends. That's what the scripture teaches. Never give your kids
I ain't
no
saying
power
like
over
we
them.
smoking weed together.
No, I ain't saying that like that, but I'm saying though, you got to have some type of authority over your
To where
kids'
your
life
kid-
where they can respect you.
Yeah.
So for example, if there was some type of authority and he didn't let you see certain things, when you came to him for advice, it'd be
Right.
different.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, because my son 31, he still respect me like he can still get a whooping or something. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I respect him as being an adult, so I don't hold him to. But I just know that level of respect is there. You know what I'm saying? So I understand exactly what he's talking about. Your
Yeah.
kid, and that's the problem with the generation now. Everybody was friends with their kids growing up.
Yeah.
You know, being I don't want to. I ain't gonna whoop them. I'm gonna do this, and you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
more of this, and that's cool if you want to not whoop them, but punish them. You need to do something to show them what. There's consequences, and a lot of kids haven't been shown it's consequences. And again, it goes to that father not being in there, and you got the mother feeling bad. You know, you don't have no daddy. I gotta get
Like I done heard so many
Yeah.
daddies have conversations with their daughters that they never should ever have with their daughters. Never. That's how bad it is. Never should have them type of conversation with their daughters. Because whether the women want to admit it or not, it gets into their spirit. And it stays there. And it take a lot to uproot that out of their spirit.
That's true. And I think the same thing when it goes to mothers. We have to be cautious on what are you saying about that dad?
Around your child.
What are you
Absolutely.
saying? What are you saying?
That's why, to piggyback on what you're saying, that's why a lot of women grow up as man haters because their mama is a man hater.
But I would like to digress really quick because I was trying to tell you they was passionate about what they were saying, but I feel obligated to say something to this young lady because you did say that we were a little older than you and you expressed that you have been to the point where you have never seen a healthy relationship in so many ways.
Right.
And me being a little older, I was in that same predicament. But the one piece of advice that I would like to give to you is, in spite of, still be hopeful and still be positive because don't allow one bad apple to stop the show. I have always been the type of person that love, and I'm not gonna let what they've been through or what I've been through, me personally, what I've been through, stop me from knowing I'm worthy of a good man. I'm worthy of a good life. I'm gonna put that out there in the atmosphere, and I'm gonna be the person for the man that I want. I'm gonna show up as that person, so I know he out there so that he can be attracted to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta get that negative energy that has been just placed on you by society to
Yeah.
be this person and it ain't gonna work out for us and all these niggas ain't shit and
Yeah.
be like, no, I rebuke that. So there will be a man that's a God fearing that will come into my life that will love me, that will cherish me. I will have a good life.
gonna be patient.
Yeah, he will be patient because it has happened to me, and I feel obligated to tell somebody that because you be around so many negative people
Man.
that you don't even want to get married because
And it
all
don't
you
even
see
be-
is
it don't even be
drama
people.
Right.
and
It be
bull crap
this.
constantly,
Right.
and they
That's the
throw
problem.
that on
It be
you.
this.
Listen,
You
but
know?
Delete that.
listen. It go back to what she said.
So, yeah.
Self-awareness. When you got self-awareness, you can start looking at people around you like Man, no, I can't be fucked up like everybody else.
Yeah,
I gotta change.
refuse not to. Let me go get some counseling. Let me read a book. Let me start saying affirmations.
But we
talk
gotta
to
talk.
God.
We gotta talk about what she talk about. Social media has
Disconnect from
met
that.
Oh,
everybody
boy.
up,
Side,
especially women.
I
man.
agree.
What else they got?
It's a distraction.
They desensitize.
It's a huge distraction.
Listen, I had
Even
somebody.
death.
Listen,
And it's
listen.
an accelerant for toxic behavior.
Yes, it is.
Listen, I had some. I was at work. Some woman asked me, said, "Man, I got to use social media for commercials and to market myself." I said, "That means whatever you got going on ain't good." She like, "What you mean?" I said, "You never see a commercial from Rolls Royce.
Ooh.
Nope.
You never see Rolls
That's
Royce
real.
marketing. So whatever
That's
you
real.
doing, it must not be good. You got to be on social media or use that as an excuse to be on social media."
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real deep.
Yeah, so
I think that people have went too far with social media. So social media is supposed to be a place where you network. It's supposed to be a place to get off. You know, do your big one.
No,
If
they're
you got
using
a
it to get off,
podcast-
all right.
Yeah, if you got a podcast, you got a brand, a service, you got a talent that you do, that's where you're supposed to exhibit it the most, right?
Right.
But they're using social media for, like he said, that for to find millions, women, men, show
And to
they
be
booties,
somebody,
do
and
and
everything.
to be somebody you
It's a
totally
difference
not.
between-
Yeah, catfishing
Nah,
people,
you out there.
catfishing. It's out of control.
Catfishing.
It's
It's
just,
the difference
it's a
between
mess.
promoting and marketing a business and promoting and marketing yourself.
Right, it's a
Yeah,
big difference.
unless
That's a big
yourself
difference.
A lot of people out there
is
trying to
the
promote their market.
business.
Like,
And everybody is an influencer, so they swear that they self is the business. It's like, come on, y'all got to get real
So, yeah, you
jobs
have to have
and
some
real
talent,
talents besides
skill,
skills.
some types of-
Yeah,
Yeah, do something
have a
that
real
got some
resume.
substance.
I'm tired
That
of
don't
you
mean
putting
something.
together a look and then being
Yeah.
like you're an influencer or you're a
I
socialite.
say this. Like
I need
anything
more.
that we all spend money on to revolve around one or a combination of these five things is a product, a service, an experience, an opportunity, or a cause.
Yeah.
A lot of these people are famous for they have none of that.
But they, not only that, they don't.
but see, they got
BBLs.
a name and then they just got a product.
Right, that's it.
Social media, boom, and then they got a product that they sell. You know what I mean? But that still speaks to my science, right? You know what I mean? It's one of those five things. So, and then I tell people like I said, Ray or anybody else who join the podcast, anything that you had, like any business you have, three things you got to master to make money online: attracting an audience, keeping them engaged, and influencing them. That's why it's called a social media influencer. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they attract the audience, and then they just got a product, bam, and that's all it take nowadays.
And to pick up what you said, that's why a lot of them know how to do the groundwork. Don't know how to do the
They
groundwork.
got the science behind it. You know what I'm saying? They don't know the components and how to actually work, how to make it work.
How to be a real business and deliver
Right.
true services. They just
Yeah.
have a look and a product and think that their behinds or
And they
them
gotta ride
dressing
that wave.
seductively
I
is
say it
going
all the
to
time. Just-
sell it.
I
You
done
gotta
told
have a
that
little
shit.
bit
Just 'cause you got
more.
300 likes on your ass picture don't mean you have a podcast that's gonna pop.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
Because you
talking,
got
I'm
to
thinking
keep
about
people.
talking to you. Your brain is nothing.
You're-
But we living in that we living in the ass age though, man. So
Yeah.
a lot of them ass out.
Man, that's
See,
crazy.
That was a good one, baby.
I gotta be devil advocate on this
Okay.
one. Only because in my profession, I'm a professional background dancer and I'm a video girl.
Okay.
So along with my other hats, I do script supervising. You can see me behind the camera, on
What
the
did I
camera.
say afterwards? Your brain ain't shit. You can have the ass and all
That's
whatever
true.
look, but you don't have nothing else to offer.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That
some
was
of
the
these
whole
women
thing. You
only
speaking on
offer
everything
body.
else that you have to offer, but
Yeah.
of course you're beautiful. But then it's like
Yeah.
some of these women is just they just want to cash in just off the look.
And they
that's
don't
all
have no actual.
They
behind
call
talent
attention
behind
whores.
for themselves.
Attention whores. That's what they call.
it. Exactly. Exactly. And I know the sad part too is with me being in the game and being videos. I done did a couple things. Y'all should check out Louis Ray's video. Names just dropped not too long ago. I've witnessed some of these girls, and I still got a regular job too. I don't play that game.
Don't give up your regular job.
Yeah, I'm not playing. I need my insurance. But but on the real, I know some girls that have literally dropped out of school to pursue modeling. Now, it's a girl right now where if you go to school and let's say you get a tech degree, you can be up 100,000 quick,
Easy.
making your own
Easy.
6 figures, easy. But instead, you want to go dress half naked in a video when you ain't even you're not a dancer. You just you know what I'm saying?
Because
You
social
just a
media is
street
saying
playing
this
bad
is
chick.
what
Yeah.
is going on. This is how you make it pop. If you want something to sell, show that
Because I've seen
ass.
somebody
But it's-
else
Throw it
do
in
it.
the
Listen,
circle.
they
Be
got
outside.
all-
Listen, we can downplay women all day, but the reality of the matter is come back to what Ray say. It's men fault. Men got
true.
y'all want to
You
do that.
allowed it.
You allowed it.
Because you can't give up too. Because even in my situations where I had my kids' mom try to do little things with the kids, I didn't give it. I went down there and applied for joint legal custody and stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you got some dads who just like, well, she doing all this, I ain't going through that. And you have to be like persistent. You can't give up. And a lot of them, we go through so much as men that just be like one more thing you gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? So some just be like, I ain't gonna even go through it, you know.
Right.
And then that's when they see their kids whenever they can, or see the kids whenever it's convenient, and then they never had that relationship, you know. So it's about, just like I said, the men we gotta start standing up, and that's why I'm saying his book telling
And
you
have
about being an
standards
alpha.
and boundaries.
Yeah.
And stop being a beta
they
man
so
and allowing
easy.
everything. That's what that
So
book talk
easy.
about.
Right.
You allowing anything because you afraid she gonna get an attitude, or you live
man.
with her, so you don't want to say nothing because she might put you out. She might do this or do that. But when you are driven by your purpose and you on it, you not worried about her because you got yourself together to where
Trying to
I'm
get to
able
your
to
goal.
tell you what the standards is gonna be. You can either follow along with them or you can get
go.
gone because I got my own house and I got my own car and I'm not putting up with no Tatianas. That's it. That's all.
Exactly.
But
Get it
this
together.
this will help perpetuate the bad behavior for women. All right, you won't put up with it, but this guy will.
Yeah, that's the bait.
So-
It's
so-
easy.
so-
Bring it to me.
Right,
Bring me
right,
on 10.
right.
Yeah,
But
and
that's
the
just like she
ladies love
said
them.
about the emotional, being emotional
Exactly.
intelligent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got so many guys you done dealt with who can't express themselves and tell you how they feel in a respectful way,
Right.
so you don't understand. Then you get one, you don't know how to deal with
You
that.
sitting there like,
Yeah, you don't know what
you
to
just
do.
say,
Yeah,
so what was
like he
I-
always want to talk.
Yeah, you know.
all day, girl.
And but then it's like, okay, I want to
again.
talk. Would you prefer me to talk, or like that other dude?
But
They would go
No,
out
but
and
that's how
start
someone who
hitting them
don't
out.
understand.
Yeah,
will
yeah.
see. Like he
That's kind of like the
But
example
a lot of women-
earlier, where
a
he
lot
was, in her eyes, overbearing, doing too much.
A lot of
Yeah.
women can't handle emotional, intelligent guys.
No.
A lot of women can't.
It's 'cause
she
it's
has
work.
to be emotional intelligent.
It acquires.
She's not gonna
so,
wanna hear
so
that.
like,
Requires
No, it requires
intelligence
you to,
herself.
it
Right.
requires, but it also requires accountability. That's that big word
does.
again. Because
Which
if
the-
if I'm coming to you and telling you
Yeah.
that, babe, hey, you made me feel this way, and you did this,
And
No,
and
she
then
doing
you
it
can't be
deflecting.
accountable, and now you
Deflecting and
deflecting and
dismissing.
telling me
But-
some
but
more.
you did
Then
this,
now
but you did- yeah.
that's the problem. It ain't me. I'm not the problem being emotional intelligent.
Yeah.
You
But-
not being receptive and understanding.
And to pick up what you're saying is, Ray, the reason why they ain't accountable because a lot of women don't listen, man. They don't
That's
listen
true.
to
I talked
logic.
about
They don't
that.
listen- they don't
I
listen
talked
to-
about
they
that
don't listen to
earlier.
understand.
And why
They
it's
listen to
difficult
respect.
too.
Right.
Especially in the beginning, I talked about that. Why
Right.
it's
We said
difficult.
this on like 4 different podcast
Yeah.
episodes.
It's tough.
Watch 4
We don't
episodes.
listen.
We,
we
It's
don't
tough.
listen. That is a true
And but that
statement.
also goes
Y'all
back.
want
I
us to
think
listen to y'all, be so hell bent
Right.
on us listening to y'all and understanding how you feel.
Yeah.
Right. This emotion, right? And that emotion sometimes cloud the logic out of the situation.
Right, that's right.
That's
That's
true,
right.
'cause-
Men is logical, man. We don't move by emotions,
all
man.
men,
I
all men
understand.
are
Now, there's-
logical.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
all
if a-
men
if a
aren't,
woman-
but most are.
Most,
It's
yeah,
not
we can't
listening.
make blanket statements on either side of the table.
Yeah,
to
that's
say,
true.
It's
right.
because she afraid you're gonna lead her
Down the
to hell.
wrong. That's what I kept saying.
but that's
You know what
but
I'm
that's
saying?
that guy that's living in his feminine energy because
Right.
he's
Yeah.
not knowing what the hell to do and know how to lead. So yeah, you right to be more in your masculine, or I ain't gonna say you right, but it's gonna cause you to go to
Yeah.
your masculine.
and it's more
energy.
understandable.
as a as a defense because you
defense.
like I ain't finna let you drag me down.
But I
with
think
your
the
ass.
part that they talking about, because you 100% right when
We
you
talking
dealing
about
with, we
real
talking
men.
about when you do finally get that man that you've been looking for, like
don't know
what
what
I
to
was
do.
explaining to you.
Okay.
It's like, okay, your initial when he initially correct your behavior that you've been outside or whatever,
Mm-hmm. Right.
but you know he right and he initially do that, it's gonna kind of be like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Like it's like
like
what
that.
it's like you want to be like, who you talking to,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But the reality of it is, it's like you know he right. He's
It makes
checking
sense.
you because he loves you. It makes sense. What you gonna do?
Now,
A lot of women
her
ain't got
changing-
that. They be
her-
all
in
they
terms that she changes, how much she really want to be with that dude.
Right.
You know,
That's the key right
That-
there,
that's
man.
it.
That's the
you
key.
know what I mean?
But
'Cause
not
she
only
heard
that
the
she-
same thing from 10 other dudes, but it's
Right.
like you ain't nothing that I want. You know what I mean? Type shit. Or you ain't
because he's
nothing.
worthy enough to be with.
Right.
He's shown those qualities. He has that leader mentality. So now when you hearing it, you like, oh wow, maybe I do need to.
Yeah. And he has to be leading by example.
Absolutely.
Because
Break
you're not
it down
gonna
a
trust
bit.
no man that's not leading by example.
No.
He telling you what to do, but he out doing the same stuff he telling your ass not to do. No, sir.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the question is how in the world I keep attracting these same guys though? That's the question.
You know,
That
but I
is-
say it like this.
That's self work. That's what you have to do.
But that's what
And
this
figure
book
it out.
talk about, because before you get with somebody, and I'm an advocate for this, people want to get with people so that they can make them happy. When you get with somebody, two people are supposed to get together whole. That means that you've done the work, like she said.
Coolio.
You know what your issues are. Even if you don't have them all together, you're aware of them. You're working through them. You are doing everything to get you together. You working out. You look the best. You are improving your education. You're doing everything right. You praying to God. You're doing the things you need to do so that you can attract this good man. So now that when he comes, you're not looking for him to make you happy. You're already happy. He can only bring you a little bit of more happiness.
I understand
People
that.
not doing that.
That's the ideal, but a lot of women
But that's how it should
still
be.
fucking up relationships.
Yeah,
They
with-
do
to
because
answer
they're
your
not
question-
doing that. That's
They're not healing.
That's what I'm
They're not
explaining.
doing
They're
the self-work.
Not only
right.
they're not healing, right? If you go to the same pond and fish with the same bait, what you gonna catch?
The same
The
catch.
same fucking
But the
fish.
reason they're catching it is because they're not doing this awareness
Yes.
that we're
That's
speaking
what they
of.
saying. They
You're
not
Gotta
aware.
Taking
get you
that
together
time.
first.
Take that
And
time.
this
you're
is
gonna
for
contract
man
the same
and
thing.
woman.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. A lot of times these women get themselves together, but one of the biggest issues that these women have, they don't get rid of their friends. And their friends still have an impact on the people that they're
touched on
getting with.
something.
Now that's a
You
whole
just
different
touched on
story.
something.
No, I just got rid of.
Yeah.
But
I'm quick.
I used to always tell her, I used to be like, I know my wife has a strong mind, but I always tell her, like, just watch who you hang with. You watch who you
You
dealing
have
with.
to.
Because subconsciously, you going to influence.
Right.
You know how people, you done seen people hang together and be like, y'all talk alike.
Right.
You know, just because they always together.
what's
You
gonna
know what I'm
happen.
saying? So I always tell her that, and people don't understand that the company you keep is very important.
Yes,
It's
it
very,
is.
very important.
It can bring you
Amos
life or death.
3 put it like this: how can two walk together except they be agreed? So if you walking with this person, in my mind, I'm seeing you just like this person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
if you not, eventually you will be if you stay
Yeah.
around them long enough,
Yeah.
and vice versa, or that you might rub off on them. It depends on whose energy and
But-
spirit is.
But it's
strongest.
still, I was just telling him that.
Okay, go ahead, man. I know what you're going to
Because
say.
That's
I
true.
was telling him birds of a feather do not flock together.
Oh no,
And-
that's in the Bible. That's in the
But
Bible.
listen, this is why I was explaining why I said
I
that.
get what you mean, though. I know.
This is why I was explaining that. Can't nobody make you
Nigga
do
said,
nothing
no, that's
that
in
you.
the Bible.
That's in the
Can't
Bible.
nobody make you do nothing that you don't want to do.
Right.
But
But they got a
trying
point.
to fix them can drain you.
Yeah, that's the part.
I tried that before. Having friends that I didn't agree with certain stuff, I didn't judge. But I'm like, hey, maybe it's a different way you could, or maybe you shouldn't do that, or maybe it was draining to the fact I had to cut that person off. Like, okay, you ain't trying to change, or you're not
So
doing the work.
that go along with what you said. Birds
Yeah.
of the feather can't flock together because they draining you.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of times,
But if they decide to do the work and change,
Then they can flock with you because the birds of the same feather flock together.
but I'm gonna say this.
it makes sense.
I'm gonna say
But you
this
get what I'm
though.
saying.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
A lot of times we do need to listen to our mates, vice versa, because sometimes our mates see things that we don't
do
see,
not see.
right? And they
Yeah.
can see it a mile away, and because we're in it, we don't see it, right? And I think he is 100% right because, you know, me personally, there has been some people who have been around me, and because I have been like around them as well, I thought, okay, no, they're a good person, blah blah blah. And he like,
Yeah.
something ain't right, da 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 da. And when it blow up on you and they be right, you be looking stupid as
Yes.
hell.
Hey, bang.
Yeah.
You be looking like you was right.
Right.
So it is in your best interest to hear them out because it's like obviously
Yeah,
they
the
see
whoops
something.
man.
Because guess what? Guess what? Those people, even though you may not be like that, you may not be doing it. They can bring negativity into your
Yes.
life. They can bring drama
They
in
not
your
have
life.
the same
They
observation
can,
and discerning that you have, right?
Absolutely.
So it's just like if somebody, you got a friend and they bringing them over your house, it's like I trust you to come over, but I don't trust them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, just because I trust you don't mean that I trust them because you
Right.
brought them over.
Right.
I don't know what they're capable of.
Absolutely. So I have to say that we do need to listen a bit more. I have learned
boy.
my
Oh,
lesson.
boy.
I be like, what you think now? I be like, what you think about this person? See,
But then that all goes back to we go right back to being able to listen and receive what your partner is saying.
Yeah.
Because I feel like us as women, well, I know a lot of women
We traumatized.
We don't want to hear what they
Yeah.
gotta say. You know what
She
I'm
said
saying? Ain't nobody
traumatized.
trying to hear what you trying to say.
They most of them
I
are.
know
traumatized.
I'm right. You can't tell me I'm not right because I know I'm right, and I know her since we was in 12th grade, and then we did this, and the third.
And you be really believing that.
Right.
In your
Right.
heart too.
Hey,
Yeah,
but-
like,
in there.
and these people
Right.
embarrass the shit
But
out
like
of
she
you.
said, the visual, it's the visual
Yep.
showing, because you, to earn that trust, like she said, you can't just be dictating and saying stuff and you not living that too.
Right.
You're not living the
Because
truth.
she didn't see friends that I had, you know, I used to hang with, but I don't hang with them no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they own different stuff. And same thing with her. She had friends that she used to be tight with.
Yeah.
It's like they don't even know each other no
It's
more.
And we're
You know
not
what I'm saying?
blaming them for anything. We
No.
all
No,
being
no.
self-accountable, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like if
As you
It's like
as
water
you,
and
as you
oil.
evolve,
grow-
as you evolve,
Yeah.
you have to leave some.
you,
some
everybody
stuff
can't
go.
come with you,
That's right.
Yeah.
That's true.
or it's
And-
gonna depress you.
Yeah.
I'm
It's,
telling
it's
you.
just listen, just like my homeboy told me. He said, man, you about to take off, man. You like a rocket, and you know a rocket use different fuel, right?
Yeah.
So when a rocket going up in the air, you see all that white stuff falling off,
Yeah.
which is ice. And that's how when you elevate and when you evolving, that's how people is, man. They gonna fall off. They can't go where you going.
And be so glad that they do. Be so
Yeah.
glad, because a lot of these people have been hindrance and have been sucking the life out of you.
They
And when
suck
you
a
really
bitch.
look at it, they have not been any type of help or benefit to you. You just been giving. If you stop dealing with them, you're not even gonna lose in any
Right.
kind of way. It's like, what do you contribute to my life?
Like
Yeah.
if they
New
gone,
people
what's
to
up?
allow
Yeah,
you.
be still good.
You a leech.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
and
So
then-
let 'em
and
go.
then with you, like you said, you younger, but it's gonna take that man. He's gonna have to be visual. It's gonna take visual. He's gonna have to show you, and then that's gonna allow you to trust, because that's
Right.
what's gonna allow you, you know, make you be able to submit.
Yeah.
Because you're never gonna be able to
You
do that.
and you
to
got it.
trust.
I feel it.
You
It's
want,
just
because you
right
want
now,
it.
it
She
ain't no
want
I
that.
started telling her like, damn, I'm
Exactly.
single and shit. What's your number?
Yeah, 'cause-
Exactly,
yeah, 'cause-
exactly.
'cause you
And
want that, though.
and
'Cause
you
you know
will
what I'm
know it will be right. It will feel
Yeah.
right, and he most importantly he gonna be a man of God.
Right.
God gonna
You
come
gotta
first.
get
He
it.
gonna move
You
it.
gotta get in the
Exactly.
scriptures. Listen,
For
I
real.
tell people get in the scriptures, and number 2, get in this book.
That's
okay?
right. You better tell them, get in that
Two
book.
books you gotta
Get y'all's. I got mine.
I'm
Better
telling
get it.
y'all, it's really a delight. You're gonna get some things in there that's gonna really have you thinking, especially a woman like me. I was thinking like, oh, this is a different perspective. Oh, I understand. I can see. It's
Right.
really gonna help you learn male nature too, because we think we know male nature. The reality of it, we
don't.
don't have a clue.
That's the biggest
We
issue
don't
with the women.
have
Hey,
a
tell them
clue.
again.
That's why
Tell
we-
them again.
That's
Tell
why
them
we
again.
got so
We
much
don't got a
conflict.
clue.
Because
We
y'all
don't
be
know
really
shit.
feeling like, we know what's going on with you. I know.
We
I
don't
understand.
know
You do not know.
nothing.
You do
Child,
not know.
please.
It's awful. And then
They
when you try
mind
to
is
tell them,
completely
when you try to tell
different.
them, y'all don't know.
Right.
That's
Right.
it to be like,
Right.
what?
As soon as you understand that,
Yeah.
then you can start
I ain't gonna
understanding the man.
Nope.
You can
Then
go.
part 2,
Uh-oh.
you gotta listen to.
Right.
It.
Okay,
It's the
that's the-
listen
yeah.
part.
Well,
It's probably the only podcast that is being open and honest, truly, about what it really takes to form a
A
relationship.
peaceful relationship.
Because all this 50, 75.
No.
All of
and
these
the-
divisive conversations,
No.
man, and that's what they end up turning
Right.
into.
No.
And
why
I hate
does-
the who brings this to the
Man.
table, because
Oh, come
that's
on.
cold word for what I can get out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, when you
Whether
love
you got
one
what I can get
another,
out of
you
you.
guys are
don't
working
matter.
together. It
Yeah.
is y'all money.
Whatever it
Y'all
is.
are supporting
Everybody-
one another.
Yeah.
He understands to be the man, but the woman is also gonna not just take. You need to have a woman that be like, I got dinner sometimes. Baby,
Right.
don't worry about that. And as a man, he gonna feel weird in the beginning for sure, because he's used to doing.
Yeah.
But then you understand that that's what, listen, when you fall short, I'm here.
Yes,
It's a part
That's
of
how a
it.
partnership is. So all that
So-
you
so-
need
so-
to pay.
that's a real power
You need
couple.
to pay. Like,
So we gotta always go back to the beginning in Genesis chapter 2. Oh, I see you, Adam. Now let me make you a help me. This is what women got away from,
Yes.
being a help me.
talk to him, baby.
Yes.
You here to help me,
Yes.
not to control me, not to manipulate me, not to tell me what to do,
Yep.
but here to help me.
Help.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think when we start understanding that, we be
Right.
good. It'd be good.
Because I know if anything happened to my man leg or whatever, I gotta get out
You
there.
got
and get in
him.
the
You
field.
got him.
yeah.
I gotta get in the field. All
They be
right.
tripping. Listen, I be are people, now don't get me wrong, we're not gonna deal with no scrubs, right?
Right.
And we shouldn't have to. And my baby talk about this all the time. We the only species that get called gold diggers when we ask for a man to do something. But he will tell you there's nothing wrong with us asking. We should. That's what we are known for.
Yes.
We come up as kings and queens. That's what a man's supposed to be doing. Only the men who can't do and not trying to do is the people that have an issue with it. The problem is when you get somebody that's using you and abusing you.
Those are the two lines.
That's the
right
issue.
There. She just gets.
And also,
Let
me say this.
Nail on the head.
Let me say this. A woman could not get into that energy, her woman energy, without the resources. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
Because now she got to go out and get the resources.
Yeah.
Well, I disagree with that to a certain extent. You are right.
So to say that.
So if the man's not bringing what he's supposed to bring to the table, how am I supposed to
If
be
he's
submissive?
sitting at home on a video game,
Yeah,
every
that
day,
ain't
We
gonna
ain't
work.
talking about
We
that.
ain't talking about
We
his
ain't talking
ass.
about- I'm saying
Yeah,
though,
we
wait.
talking about him.
Right.
We ain't talking about that guy.
Oh, that's what they talking about. They talking about
They
that guy.
complaining about the
That
men
guy.
that's on there like women not submissive
Yeah,
no
it's
more.
always the
Those
old ones too.
them
They
the
be
ones.
broke as hell.
So he mad because you ain't
all
going
they
to get
want
him
is
2K23.
money.
You ain't gonna give me
Yeah.
2K. So
all women want is you to pay
But
their
a
bills.
real man ain't gonna say that. He gonna be like the scriptures, man. It say if any woman don't go with what you got going on, extricate her out your life. So a real man gonna be like,
And he not gonna be on his
I'm not a video game
And
player.
the
Right.
real man not gonna be only on his PlayStation. He gonna be reading his Bible. He gonna be doing what he needs to do, being productive, being determined. Yeah, hard working, have ethics. So he ain't even gonna be having
And
the same
notice,
conversation.
real
Right.
men have standards.
Absolutely
and
do.
boundaries.
In
So
all
I'm
ways.
glad you said that.
They gonna choose.
You got to.
Because
You gotta
now-
have
They're not gonna be
standards.
just anybody.
I'm saying
because
that.
the wrong partner can drag your ass to hell.
I'm saying that because
child.
it seems as if nowadays a man is not allowed to have standards on shit.
But that's
Real
because
men have
y'all scared to stand up.
No, ain't scared.
Because
I ain't-
listen,
oh, no,
masculinity
no.
right now is
Society.
seen
I'm
as
not-
toxicity
Yes,
in society.
exactly.
So there's a lot of men when they do speak up, y'all not
That's
backed
my
up.
point. That's
And
my
when the
point.
woman
That's
do
my-
back you
that's
up,
my
you know
whole
what
point.
they call us? Pygmies.
Pygmies.
Which is
Man.
crazy because majority of them women have a man, have a husband, have a fiance. So you probably should listen to the pygmies.
Those are the ones that got
because
picked.
Exactly.
something
Those
going
ones that
on
have
here.
somebody.
that's what happened with.
It's like it's not cool to have somebody
Or to be
do-
submissive,
somebody,
or-
to be somebody that somebody wants.
Yeah, like
But during the time of the sexual revolution, the white world pushed the white woman pushed the black woman out to be independent. But what the black woman failed to realize, the white woman
she
went
went
back home.
back home to her husband.
She went back home.
While we still out there,
Right,
I'm
right,
a survivor.
right.
I'm
Man.
not gonna give up.
'Cause
With
just
no
like-
husband, with all these kids
'Cause I just
just
saw something on,
looking
uh,
crazy.
social media say
Don't
that.
get tricked, ladies.
They say they had like one lady was like, you hear all these little quotes about a strong black woman, a strong
And we are
independent black woman, but she said, do you ever hear anybody say a strong independent white woman?
They never was slaves.
Or a strong independent Asian woman. I'm talking just associated with like.
Nope.
'cause
We
they-
had to be
because
strong
what I'm saying is
independent.
they separating it.
Yeah, they know
so
that.
for
They know that.
No,
They
no,
were-
to make
no,
y'all
no,
to
no.
make y'all feel
Listen,
like y'all need to
listen,
be independent.
Listen,
That's
listen,
what
listen.
That's what that's
Listen,
about.
y'all was
say,
the
slow down
government.
now, 'cause
The
you don't
government.
get what he's saying.
Yeah, I
the-
get
listen,
he had to
the
finish
government forced y'all to be strong because when you go back and study history,
Okay,
and
the
we
badge,
don't
give them
even
the badge.
got to go
They're
back.
strong.
We don't got to go back far. Go back
go
to
to
the
the
days
80s.
of Malcolm X.
Okay.
Massa did it.
They have no. Hold up.
That's
Listen,
where it stemmed
listen,
from, for
listen.
sure.
It
Hold
stemmed
on.
from that, but during Malcolm X and Martin Luther King days, you had more black families that was married.
Yeah.
Shortly after that, the government came in saying,
Welfare.
if you didn't want cheese, if they saw a man shoe underneath the bed, oh, you can't get nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they was forced. Y'all was forced to be independent. You saw so many black women had more. When you do the research and the statistics says more black women had more black women businesses during that time than we do today.
If you want to,
That's how they keep us where they want us.
It's still happening now. The same thing what we just talked, what we just said, with me just finding out that if I sign up for a bridge card, which I don't get that anyways, I had a job. But if I was to sign up for a bridge card, I will automatically have to put him on child support. Anytime when you got to put a black man in a situation that deals with a judge or the court, you putting him under.
That's why a lot of black.
That's real
That's
talk.
why a lot of black men is listen. A lot of black men don't even want to get married in this day and time.
And peep this, they'll give you $500 a month,
They will.
but he's paying cash back.
Yeah.
So
And then-
you done racked up thousands of dollars
Yeah.
with a bridge card, and he gotta pay that back in cash.
But and that's why it's important. Now, women who just going out and doing that, being vindictive, we're
Yeah.
not talking about them.
But
But
if you
that's
really
why
need
it's
it,
important
it's
for men to step up though and
Yes.
be in the
Yeah.
children's life
Yes.
because we are not going to just act like this is the case for every woman. Some men
It's
just
not.
ain't shit, ain't been shit, ain't gonna be shit.
But
Right?
y'all
And
knew
they
he
ain't
wasn't
tried.
shit
And
before
they
y'all
knew-
opened your
And we
legs.
did know that. But in those situations, men do have to start stepping up a little bit more and being
Yeah.
a little bit like Ray and
Assertive,
like
yeah.
and being
Being
there
persistent.
and being consistent. Now in them cases where them women steady acting crazy, listen, God got y'all back and y'all will prevail and y'all will come out successful because he know y'all hard and y'all doing the right thing. But it's a lot of men that ain't doing the right thing.
And it's
They ain't
ones-
doing
and
the
it's
right
ones
thing,
that's
never
trying.
gonna do
but
It's
these
the
women
ones
be knowing these men
Then
is
that's
garbage.
facts. That's
I want
facts,
him
baby.
because he
That's
popular.
facts.
I
That's
want him
facts.
because he.
No,
the
people
super-
mask too.
People
Sometimes
mad,
you
but
don't know who
sometimes
you
No,
dealing with.
people
no,
do
no,
mask.
no.
Then that
People
has
mask,
happened.
People-
But
nigga,
if you
people
be
mask
honest
like a
with
motherfucker.
yourself,
You be honest with yourself.
I'm
You
just
know.
saying.
something.
Future said it.
You
Mask off.
seen something.
Because I'm just saying it got to come off sooner
Or later.
or
Sometimes it's
later.
too late.
Because
Sometimes it's too damn late.
And
when
see,
the
the
mask
thing
come
is,
off.
no, what it is
But-
that mask
Well,
comes
you
off, and
overlooked
you
the
seen
red
the little
flags.
red flags.
You overlooked
but
them when you really
overlooked
think
it because you was
about
like,
it.
I
You
like this.
overlooked it for
one.
real.
Yeah.
If
I
you
like
just
this.
think
one.
about it.
You know, you
And
was.
that's
You
that's a
gotta be
mistake that I
honest.
say a lot of us make, right? We get into relationships based off us being attracted to the things that we're attracted to in people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how long the relationship lasts is based on how the things that we don't like in this individual.
How
How
long
long
you
we
can
can
deal
stand
with
that
that,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, and how we gonna deal with
How
it
long
when
can
it,
you stand? They can be
yeah.
fine
That's what I
and all
said.
that shit. But
Mask
the one
off.
thing that you don't like about them, how long can you deal with that little shit? You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Yeah, that's the one thing that I know. My grandmother for sure. She kind of like sparked into me is just being able to like pay attention to the seasons. What's happening on this season?
You know what I said? We live in Michigan. We wear different clothes.
Yeah.
In every season.
And
right?
even in that, you ain't gonna know a person. Some people been people 20 years. They wake up and they trying to kill them. You don't know. But the reality
they don't
of it
wanna
is,
know.
you don't want to know
don't
for
want
real.
to.
Right.
Because
You
you
don't want to
seen.
believe.
I'm gonna
They
go
don't
back
wanna
to that.
believe.
You seen
Yeah.
some signs. Somebody done told you you ain't want to hear. How many times somebody came to you and tried to tell
They
you? you
blinded
ain't
by
wanna
the
hear?
ass. They
So,
blinded by the
hey,
ass.
That's
there
just
you
a
have it.
combination.
Listen,
of
in
two
this
of the
book,
wrong kind of people.
listen. In this book, I talk about a guy. He was blinded by the ass, and over the course of 18 years,
God,
Yeah.
not
Oh,
God.
okay.
okay,
I was like-
over the course of 18 years, he paid close to $250,000 in child support. Don't be that guy.
Don't be
Nah,
that guy.
don't be him. Hell no.
Don't be that
him.
guy. Just everybody got to think smarter.
Yeah, everybody.
Think smarter, not hard.
That's
Not hard,
Right. He
not
could
think
invest.
on the
He
hard.
could invest
Too
in it.
badly flat.
It's everybody's fault.
Yeah, we gotta do better. We just gotta do better,
Yeah,
and
we
we gotta
sure
start
do.
seeing positivity like we seeing right here on this show.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
I'm
possible to
glad
have
y'all
black
came on
love,
here,
black
man.
excellence,
And y'all
yeah.
welcome to come back anytime.
Yeah.
Because we try to we started this podcast to not just come on here and just have fun. We wanted to be informative. Like
Yeah.
each week, somebody might need to hear some of this stuff or something they can take out of it. So that's why we started this. But we about to get ready to get out of here. We just want to tell y'all to find that balance. You know what I'm saying? That masculine energy, feminine energy. We like they say we both have it, but ultimately, like you said, get in your Bible and a good book and get your conscience together, and then you'll know basically the difference between right and wrong. When we all just know that that's all you got to do is make the choice to do right or the choice to do wrong, then you know what I'm saying. We all probably get along and have more understanding.
And don't be Lilith. Listen to your man.
Yeah.
Please listen.
Yeah.
Please.
It's,
listen.
but only listen to him if he's shown that he can be
Exactly.
trusted.
That's it. That's the part.
If he's earned that honor to be, you know, for you to submit.
He
to
shouldn't
him.
be your
'Cause
man if he
everybody-
ain't shown it.
Yeah,
That's
if
true.
he's sitting there playing games at
true.
your house on your floor eating your, then it's
we
an
going
issue.
down the wrong
You know
road.
what I'm saying?
Your kids fool.
Yeah, eating all the Fruit Loops. You know, the kids coming.
Find
in
a
there.
new man.
Yeah, you know, he ate up the Lunchables. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Somebody got a field trip in the morning.
get the pizza ones. But yeah, so we about to get out of here. I want to thank Kari and Portia for coming.
I appreciate you, Ray.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate
Yeah.
you, Ray.
Okay.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody. Again, I want to say Alpha Diaries is out here. Amazon. If you hit me up, I work with him. You can get
Barnes
you a
and
copy.
Noble.
Barnes
Also,
and Noble.
you can Google it. It'll pop up on various sites.
Yeah.
It is not hard to get. It is right in your face. Alpha Diaries is in stores right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And don't hit my DM unless you read that book. That's all I'm saying.
That's what we're talking about. because we all gotta learn that we need to be more responsible as men, and it be like everybody need to be more accountable, and it'll be better for the community.
Yeah.
So
My girl said send that book report.
All right. So we appreciate everybody for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week. So this Souls Ties Talk, and I'm Ray the Realist, and we out.
Peace.
Peace out.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.